gonna curl the toes under, lifting up the hips, downward facing. And from here, bend the knees. Just come to the Malasana the way you like to come to your Malasana. Either step forward or jump forward. And I'm gonna bring the hands heart center. Relax the tailbone down. Try to lower down the heels. Yeah. So what you need is to separate the feet apart a little bit. That's all. That's it. You got it. Very nice. Yeah, very nice. 2 more deep breaths here. And slowly lower down your hands. Inhale, lifting up your hips, circling your arms up, gaze up. Exhale, bring your hands heart center. Gonna lower down the hips, bending the knees out. Lower down your fingertips. Inhale, lift, circling up. Exhale, heart center, bending the knees out. So you feel that nice hip flexors opening. Lower down the hands. Inhale to lift, circling up. Exhale, hands heart center, hips lower down. We'll do 2 more. Hands lower down. Inhale, lift, circling up. Exhale, hands heart center, knees bending out, hips are low. Last one. Hands down. Inhale, lifting, circling up. Exhale, hands heart center, lower down the hips. Kind of shifting the weight side to side. Try to have your heels a little bit open more. That will help. Yeah. So your heels height are not changing. You got to change the height of the heels. If that's not doable, you can even spread yourself a little bit wider and use your hands as support. It's okay if you are using your hands on the floor as support. Yeah, you want your heels one at a time to be lifted. You're training your brain to do this body weight shifting. The signal is connected with your legs and the feet. Last one. Nice, lower down. I'm gonna lift up the hips. Very nice. I'm gonna bring the heels in about hips distance apart. Just grab onto the opposite side of your elbows. Forehead closer to your forearms. And shift side to side. Or yes or no. Letting go of any tension that you're feeling. Two more deep breaths here to reset. And slowly lower down your fingertips. And step the feet back to your downward facing. From here, we're going to lean forward, come to a high plank, adjust the feet or the hands. From here, I'm going to just come to a flow of hike up the hips, downward facing, and then flow into your high plank. Hike up the hips, downward facing, and flow into high plank. So try to have the feet and the hands not moving after you adjust to the distance that what you need into this flow. Gonna do 2 more. Noticing your gaze is changing from front of the mat to the back of the mat. Last one. Nice. Gonna lower down the heels. If your heels are high, try to point the feet forward, heels are down. One more deep breath here in your downward facing stretch. Gonna come to our warrior flow. Inhale, right leg lifted high. Exhale, big step. Bring the right foot forward between your hands. Gonna lower down that left heel. Inhale, arms lifted toward the ceiling. And exhale, open up for warrior 2. Wiggle the back foot so you have more space between your feet. Centering your torso here, parallel the arms to the floor, and slowly come to reverse to peace warrior. You can wrap your hand around your hips if that gives you that further stretch, or just keep on resting your left hand down onto the back leg. 2 more deep breaths here. I'm gonna come to a flow. The lower legs are not much changing. Come back to your warrior 2 first, Virabhadrasana B, and slowly reverse. Come back to your warrior 2 and peace warrior. Warrior 2 and peace warrior. 2 more. Warrior 2, peace warrior. Last one. Warrior 2 and peace warrior. We'll change the flow. So lean forward, right elbow onto the right knee. Stretch the left arm forward. Take 2 deep breaths here to prep first. So noticing your legs are not moving, but you're using lots of the leg strength to stabilize yourself. Now come to the flow. Gonna reverse to peace warrior. Inhale to extended side angle. Exhale back to peace warrior. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We'll come back to that warrior 2. Make sure your right knee is pointing forward. 12 o'clock. From here, I'm gonna windmill the hands down. And big step, bring that right foot back, high plank. And slowly chaturanga down. You can have your knees tap down before you chaturanga down. That's an option. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 2 deep breaths here. Balance it out on the left side for our warrior flow. Inhale, left leg lifted high. Exhale, big step. Bring the left foot forward between your hands. Lower down that back heel. Inhale, arms lifted toward the ceiling. Exhale, let's open up for warrior 2. And be cautious of your left knee. You want to point 12 o'clock. Yeah. Open up your left thigh a little bit to point forward more. Very nice. Back arm, how's your back arm? Very nice. 1 more deep breath here. You're really using a lot of leg strength here, although our legs are not going to move much with our flow. Okay, come to your peace warrior. Take 2 deep breaths here first before our flow. Just prep our oblique muscles to get used to this flow. Okay, let's come to that flow. Warrior 2 and peace warrior. Warrior 2, parallel the arms. Exhale, extend the arms. Inhale, parallel the arms to the floor. Exhale, extend the left arm up. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, last one. Inhale. Exhale. Lean forward. Have the left elbow onto the left knee. Extend the right fingertips forward. Very nice. Strength on the legs as we move our upper body. Gonna come to a peace warrior. So flow into peace warrior. Inhale, stretch in your extended side angle. Exhale, back to peace warrior. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to extend. Exhale, stretch back. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I'm gonna come back to that warrior 2. And make sure your left knee is still pointing forward. And from here, you're gonna windmill the hands down. And step the left foot back. High plank here. And slowly bend your elbows, chaturanga down. Knees can be lowered first, that's an option. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing stretch. Take 2 deep breaths here. Finding more height through your hips being hiked up a bit more. And slowly gonna lower down the knees. Come back to your tabletop. That's right. Just sway the hips side to side. Center ourselves first. Gonna bring that right leg to the back, pointing the right toes to the back. So you're stretching the right foot. I'm gonna tap the right toes toward the left side of your body, noticing what you're seeing. And inhale, centering your right leg. And exhale, tap and cross over. Inhale. Exhale. Noticing you're having a little bit of weight transfer from leaning forward when you center yourself and lean back when you want to do the stretch. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're gonna center ourselves, right knee back to tabletop. We're gonna stretch out the left leg to the back. Left foot is pointing back. Left toes pointing back. And slowly cross over, tap the left toes down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Center ourselves back to the tabletop. Just sway the hips side to side. And let's center ourselves first. Gonna add on to that. Stretch the right leg back, right toes pointing back. Gonna lift up go back. So different options. 2 more. And slowly gonna center ourselves. The other side. Let's lift up the right arm and the left leg. I'm gonna circle back. Inhale, center. Exhale, stretch back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And center yourself. And lean back for a nice child pose. You can have your knees widened. You can stack your fist to support your forehead. If you don't want your chest to go all the way down, so you have more air to breathe in. Different options here in your child pose. Now you hear the sound of breathing. More gratitude toward the intelligence of your body. Lots of gratitude toward the wellness and your well-being. One more deep breath here as and slowly lift your chest. I'm gonna come back to the tabletop position. And from here, I'm gonna just cross the shin bone and lean the way back and slowly gonna straighten out the legs. Different ways of transitioning yourself to straighten out the legs. And here, I'm gonna just come to a half body fold. You can either place your hands on the toes, on the shin bone, underneath of the shin bone, or whichever way you're able to half fold. Try to empty out the belly, to point your nose down a little bit more. Two more deep breaths here. And slowly centering yourself. I'm gonna come to a very nice hip flexors strengthening. So I'm gonna bend the knees, both knees bending toward the front, but both heels pointing to the right side. That's right, very nice. Yeah. And from here, I'm gonna place the hands on the left side of our hips. I'm gonna lower down the chest. Just a little bit higher than the hips, that's all. I'm gonna straighten out the back leg. Inhale to bend that right knee. Exhale, straighten it up. Inhale to bend. Exhale, straighten it up. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. I'm gonna lower down that right leg and center yourself first. Take a deep breath here. Gonna come to the second flow. So bring the hands back to be beside your left hip. Gonna bend the elbows, lower down your chest. Let's lift up the right leg. Gonna use that right foot to make circles. Doesn't matter which direction you're circling. Either circle the entire right leg or just circle the right ankle. Depends on how strong your legs are. And I'll circle the opposite direction. Either circle the entire right leg, or circling at the hips. And 2 more circles. Nice. Gonna lower down that right leg. And take a deep breath here as you center your chest. Okay, our third flow with your hands back. And this one, I'm gonna stretch the arms toward the side of the mat as far as you can. Gonna bring the right knee forward and kick it back. Inhale, right knee pointing toward your right elbow. Exhale, stretch back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lower down that right leg and slowly walk your hands toward your hips and centering yourself. I'm gonna switch. Both knees pointing toward the other direction. Heels pointing toward the other direction. I'm gonna feel the difference on both sides of the hip flexor. Now I'm gonna swing both hands behind and beside your right hip. I'm gonna bend your elbows. So adjust the distance of your hands and your hips, finding somewhere that you feel the most stable. I'm gonna stretch the left leg and gentle bend the left leg. Inhale to stretch. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Three more. In. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. We're gonna slowly lift up your chest, centering yourself first. Give yourself a little breather before our second flow. Okay, let's bring the hands beside the right hip. Still, the distance is up to you when you feel most stabilized. Once you feel stabilized, lower down your chest, bend your elbows, and straighten out the left leg. Either mix full circle with your left leg or just the left toes. Okay, so it depends on the strength of your leg. It's different options to circle out that left side. One more circle here. Now circle the opposite direction. You can alternate. You can start with only the ankle circling and then move to that entire left leg circling. Two more here. Nice. Let's center ourselves. Lift up the chest. Take a deep breath here. Okay, our third flow. Bring the hands back to be beside your right hip. I'm gonna stretch the arms as much as you can. Gonna straighten out the left leg. Inhale, bend the left knee forward toward your left elbow. And exhale, stretch. Inhale, bend the left knee forward. Exhale, stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And slowly lower down the left leg. Walk your hands back. So take a deep breath here to center yourself. Nice. And from here, I'm going to come to our butterfly legs. With butterfly legs, you can start with diamond shape if you have lots of tensions at your hip flexor, and slowly move your heels. You don't have to be push your heels in right away. So give your hip flexors a little bit prep. So slowly move in when your hip flexors are ready for that. And interlace your hands underneath your pinky toes and Push the knees down. Take a few deep breaths here as you point the knees down as much as you can. One more deep breath here. And slowly bring yourself to relaxed diamond shaped legs position. And from here, I'm going to have the right hand onto the left knee and have the left hand on the right knee. Just point your nose down toward your elbows. 2 deep breaths here. And slowly uncross your arms. Gonna thread the hands underneath of your ankles. So you can use your hands to cup the top of the feet or resting your palms down on the hands. 2 deep breaths here. Noticing how soft your hips are now. That softness, flexibility. One more deep breath here. And slowly lift your chest. Gonna bring the feet in, bless you. Gonna tuck the knees in. Gonna place the hands underneath of your knee. Gonna lift up the shin bone. Come to a boat pose. 2 deep breaths here. And slowly gonna let go of the hands, pointing the hands away toward your toes. Stabilizing your hips. One more deep breath here. And if you can, straighten out the left leg. And if you're able to straighten out the right leg as well. This is a full pose. 2 more deep breaths here. And slowly bend the knees back. And lower down the heels. And come to lie down. For our last, I think it's 5 minutes. Okay, 4 minutes left. And come to lie down on the mat. And place the right heel on top of the left knee. And open up the arms. The windshield wiper out the knees. Side to side. Just to loosen up your hips, softening the entire hips region. And slowly center yourself. Gonna lift up the left heel. Gonna straighten out the left leg. Take a few deep breaths here. And from here, going to hug the right shin bone in toward your chest. And noticing perhaps you are using lots of the neck strength, then you need to relax your neck region. We're not supposed to use too much of the neck strength in this pose. Maybe maximum 10%, not over 30%. One more deep breath here. Keep the left leg high in the air. Gonna use the right peace finger to grab onto the right big toe. Left arm open like a T. Gonna open up the right leg, stretch it to the side. Still left leg is in the air. 2 more deep breaths here. Now I'm gonna keep the right leg the same and lower down the left toes or left heel down. Inhale, raise up the left leg Exhale, lower down the left. Inhale. Exhale, 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, gonna lower down that left heel and lower down that right foot as much as you can. It's okay if not all the way down, as long as we're improving. One more deep breath here. And slowly release. Bring both legs to be straightened and hug the knees into your chest. Rock side to side. I'm gonna lower down both heels. I'm gonna have the left heel on top of the right knee, arms open like peak, windshield wiper out of the legs. As you windshield wiper out the legs, noticing the weight transferring from one sit bone to the other side. And slowly center yourself. Gonna lift up that right heel. Take 2 deep breaths here. Prep the strength of our legs. I'm gonna hug the left shin bone in. Almost like you're cradling the left shin bone. And also noticing if you're using too much of the neck strength, relax your neck. Okay, let's bring the left peace finger onto our left big toes. Right arm is down. Let's stretch the left leg to be open. It's okay, the left leg is not all the way down. We're gonna move toward that. Inhale, right leg up. And exhale, lower down that right heel. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, last one. Inhale. Exhale, keep that right leg down. You can use your right hand to push that right hip flexor down if you need to. And try to push that left heel down as well. 2 deep breaths here. Our left side is never going to be the same as the right side. Because our left side of the brain is never the same as the right side of the brain. As we all know, the right hemisphere controls the left side of your body, and the left side of the brain controls the right side of your body. So we don't aim to have them exactly the same. As long as they serve their purpose, then that's the balance we want. And slowly let go. Straighten out both legs. Let's hug the knees into our chest. Let me check the time. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna bring the hands underneath the shin bone, underneath the knees. Rock yourself up. I'm gonna just come to wrap it up because of the time. To comfortable resting position, crossed leg or seated. Just bring your right hand onto your heart. Feel your heartbeat. I'm gonna bring the left hand onto your belly. Feel the vibration. Feel what you're feeling. Noticing all the movements of your body. Lots of gratitude, lots of appreciation Gratitude is considered one of the most powerful magnetic fields. Utilize that powerful magnetic energy to serve you better. Bring your hands heart center, bow to yourself, send the affirmation that's positive for yourself, for that self-love and self-nourishment. Avoid anything negative, avoid any thought that's negative. From my light to your light, namaste.
Namaste.
Good job, everyone. Thank you.